Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac Show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress.
Wellerlane, and I'm here with this wonderful young lady who helped coordinate this spectacular event tonight. It's all about the Hamptons Classics. It's the East End Harvest Wine and Food Classic.
Exactly, yes.
Tell my audience a little bit more about this event. It sort of is like opening the Hampton Classics.
Right, it's the kickoff event for the Hampton Classic. But it's also, we're in our third year doing Harvest East End, and it's presented by Wine Spectator magazine. It's all East End wineries and top regional chefs. We have 39 wineries and 30 chefs participating, and it all goes to benefit Group for the East End Hospice, and the Cognac Land Trust.
How fabulous is that?
It's terrific.
It really, really is. And you have a whole bunch of people on board that are putting this thing together.
Yep.
How long does it take for this event to take place? What's the planning? A whole year?
It's a whole year. It's a whole year in the planning, and then it was 2 solid days of just schlepping and hauling and putting things together. It's a lot of detail work right at the end, but it's a lot of fun, and it's nice to open the doors and welcome guests in and celebrate the wine and food bounty of the East End.
And that's just a wonderful thing for all of us here on the East End to enjoy. But
Exactly.
of course, it's a fantastic fundraiser. Do you have any goals set that you'd like to, any amount of funds that you'd like to?
We don't set
Because some
hard
people
goals.
do.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Yeah,
They
maybe
like to set
someday.
we want 10,000. We want
Yeah.
20,000.
Well, we're in our third year. We've raised 91,000 to date.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we're hoping to add, as much as we can to that, and make as much money for our charity beneficiaries and the important work they do as we can.
Yes. Now, tell my audience again, how many restaurants are we
30 restaurants and 39 wineries.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell my audience, if we want to find out more information about the East End Wine and Food Classic, where can we go?
You can go to harvesteastend.com, and there's all the information about the chefs and wineries participating, our terrific sponsors who help us put on the event, and everything you'd ever want to know about it is right there. harvesteastend.com.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dawn.
you.
Thank you. And we'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more interviews right here at the East End Harvest Wine and Food Classic. Keep watching Pink Champagne Kisses.
This is the microphone. Good evening, everybody. that is why we are here, to celebrate this. This is the 3rd annual Harvest event and presented by Wine Spectator. Let's give them a warm round of applause as well. We thank them so much for their support. And of course, taking place here under the beautiful Grand Prix tent of the Hampton Classic Horse Show, the 37th annual Hampton Classic. This is the largest equestrian event on the East Coast, folks. And this year, we'll be welcoming, fresh from the London Olympics, many of the Olympic riders. It opens tomorrow, and actually we'll be broadcasting live from opening day tomorrow, right outside the tent from 11 to 2, so tune in, 88.3 FM. We're so thrilled that tomorrow begins the 37th annual Hampton Classic Horse Show, and thrilled that we're able to use the Grand Prix tent. So welcome to you all once again. Remember, it is my pleasure now to welcome the chairman of this event, the one and only Roth. Roman?
Thank you, Bonnie. I put on my best Long Island accent. Is everybody loving the food and the wine? Long Island food, Long Island wine, how good does it get? A great toast to all the winemakers and the vintners and all the restaurant, the chefs for participating. Again, every item, every chef and every winery has an amazing silent option.
Welcome back. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the East End Harvest Food and Wine Classic. It kicks off the Hampton Classics, and I'm here with the benefit chair. Introduce yourself to the camera.
Well, hello, I'm Roman Roth. I'm the chair of Harvest East End. Tonight it's happening, the biggest wine event in the Hamptons on the East End of Long Island to celebrate the bounty of great wine and great food.
Tell my audience collectively how much wine is under this tent.
You have the finest wines of the East Coast. There are 40 wineries.
40 wineries?
40 wineries. Each winery has up to 6 different labels, 6 to 7 different labels. On top of it, we have barrel samples of the new vintage that nobody has ever tasted yet. So this is quite a unique experience to really rub shoulders with the winemakers, with the owners of the wineries, the proprietors, taste things that you haven't tasted before, taste the top wines that can compete with the best in the world, and be proud of what New York and Long Island can make.
I have to ask this question. How did you become a wine snob?
Well, I'm not a wine snob, I'm a winemaker, so it's
Well, why do you love wine so much?
Why? Because
What's so special about wine?
wine is the
All my
essence,
audience should know
it's
about
the
that.
sweetest medicine, wine, of course.
It's the sweetest medicine, I love it.
And a good day without, there can't be a good day without a glass of wine. And first of all, it's great when you travel. When you go somewhere and you taste local wine, it is always exciting. You meet local winemakers, you meet the culture wherever you go. It's always the same on Long Island. You come out here and you immerse yourself right into farming and into what's real, what the soil is producing. And of course, wine has a cachet and has a class and has an elegance about it that makes it very fun. That's why we're here at the Hampton Classic and have, I think, share the wealth and share the passion that the winemakers bring to Long Island and be a part of this community.
Now, as a wine aficionado, do you have a particular wine that you love the most? Is there any specific wine that you're really in love with?
There are many different wines. I loved rock and roll, I loved punk music, I loved classical, I loved the classic music. I never was a one kind of person, the same as with wines. I love great Pinot Noir, I love Riesling, I love a great Merlot, of course. So I'm not one, if the wine is great and the wine has something to say and has an esprit and has a finesse, I like it. It doesn't matter if it's white or red or...
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
As long as it tastes good.
Exactly. As long as it's well made, it tastes good, and it has a message in the bottle. I love it.
Tell my audience where we could go to find out more information about the East End Harvest.
Well, Harvest East End has, of course, its website, harvesteastend.com. You can see who participates. You can read about our beneficiaries. It's a fantastic fundraiser for the Cognac Land Trust, for the group for the East End, and for the East End Hospice. So we support our land, our people, and our environment, and that's what it's all about, that we work together. It's a joint effort. And if you go to the website, or go to the Long Island Wine Council website, or go to the Merlot Alliance website, you find all about it. Come out, talk to the people, the winemakers, the staff, and you can become a part of this. You don't have to fly to France or to California to experience a real vineyard.
You're right, darling, you're right. We had the most spectacular wine right here on the East End, right here in the Hamptons and on the North Fork.
So, cheers.
Let's toast! Let's toast!
Thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you. Great. I hope you're enjoying everything.
And we'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more interviews right here at the East End Harvest. Pink Champagne Kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac Show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.